Okay, let's do another video looking at syllogisms and how they trace out in a Venn diagram. And some people would say that the actual drawing of the Venn diagram is the proof of the syllogism. So it carries the same weight as, say, a geometric proof would, as you go from axiom to corollary, etc. And just the picture itself makes the connections evident. So let's go ahead and draw the first two. Remember, in this scheme of things, the line is the therefore, so that these two are your premises. This is your conclusion. So we'll draw the premises first, and that's it. And then we'll, if this is valid, in drawing just the premises, the conclusion will have been drawn also. Okay, now notice that both of the premises or propositions are well, they're all propositions. These are premises, and this is conclusion. But both of the premises are universal, so they're both universal affirmative or A statements, right? In this case, it doesn't matter what you draw first, because any universal can go first. So here's your A, B, C. Goes all B is A. So remember, we're just dealing with A and B here. All B is A. So I'm going to cross this out. I can't have any open space that's not in the B circle, that's not also in the A circle. So this has to be out. Okay. And then it says all C is A. So, you know, here's C and here's A. We don't have to think about the B circle right now. Here's the A circle, here's the C circle. Everything of the C circle has to be inside the A circle. Okay, so let's cross this out. Okay, now look at the conclusion. All A is B. If that were to be valid, then this would have to be shaded out. Okay, in drawing the first two premises, when you have the premises and the conclusion, if the conclusion by default gets drawn too, then the thing is valid. But you see, the conclusion is not properly represented down here graphically in the picture. It didn't get drawn, so this is not valid. All right. And if you remember immediate inference, all A is B. You know, you can't say as a conclusion that all B is A and all A is B. You can't flip them like that. So that should have been a clue right away. When the minor premise didn't flip it like that, that this wouldn't be valid. But see, let me show you how it would be valid. I'm going to draw it small off to the side here. I'm going to change it. Let's do all B is A. Okay. And now I'm going to switch these two. I'm going to go all A is B. Now, can we do that? Well, yes, we can if we posit it. See, I gave you two premises here. So, yeah, we can allow that to happen. What we can't do is from just one premise, if A is B, then say, oh, well, then automatically, if all B is A, oh, then automatically all A is B. You can't make that immediate inference. But if you are given that proposition, and then you're given another proposition of this, sure, you know, that often is the case. All right, so let's see. I mean, in real life, that we can think of things that are in themselves, by definition, two different things, but you can't have one without the other. So, well, let's go ahead and draw it out here. It's going to be kind of small, and here's our C, because I just want to contrast the two. But now let's get the conclusion going. Let's put this in the conclusion. All C is A. Is this correct? Valid. Valid. Well, when we draw the two, if we also draw the third one, then it is valid. So let's draw all B is A. B, A. You know, this one so far is the same as this one started out. Okay. Now let's draw all A is B. So everything in the A circle has to be inside the B circle. So now we have to do this. See? All right. Now, having said that, is everything that is left of the C circle. Okay? Is everything inside the A? No. Look at all this. So this is not valid either. All right. So we seem to have a pattern here. All right. Let's see. We have two universals, three universals, and neither of these is valid. So I'm going to go over here. My face is going to go off the screen, but you'll be able to see something here. Let's do all A is B, okay? And then all B is C. Therefore, all A is C. Is this valid? Well, let's draw it out. A, B, C. All A is B, so that has to be like this. All B is C, so I have to cross this out. Now, all A, here's the only thing that's left of A, see? That was crossed out. This is the only open spot of A. Is that all within the C? Yes, so this is valid. Now, I don't want to go into the detail of how the terms are arranged. All right. But see this one right away. You see this one right here? Right away, you should have been able to see that was invalid because it didn't have a third term. It's just playing around with two terms. So it doesn't have a third term at all. That can never work, right? Now this one does have three terms, but notice a problem here. All right. Notice that here the subordinate term, or the end term here, becomes the first term on the other one. So there is a pattern here that follows out, and this is valid. Now there's actually a name for this, because you notice that this is affirmative, 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 universal. They're all A statements. The name for this is Barbara. Okay, and this is the name because you'll see the A in this order. So I think there are like 15 valid forms of syllogisms, and all of them will have a name like this that has three vowels, A, E, I, or O, and the vowels themselves will tell you in the order, which is the A, the E, the I, the O statements, and how they are arranged. The purpose for that a long time ago, if you're interested, was so that the disputants of a deliberation or discussion would, as soon as they heard their opponent, say something, or if they wanted to prove a point, they wouldn't even have to. This was sort of a shorthand. They could literally yell out Barbara, and then people would understand, oh, they're making a syllogism with complete universal affirmatives, and it would hold. So this is the only one of universal affirmatives. This is the only way to arrange it. Barbara. I'll come back to this idea in a little bit, but let's take a look now at some others that have problems with their validity, with their form.